Hey everybody, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? It's Tuesday. Uh End of the day. I'm home alone for the time being, and I'm loving it for the moment. But I had to come on here and say a few words because I've been watching the latest breaking news on this Guardian being sued for $30 million. The one that's the conservator over Wendy Williams. And I told y'all last night, them conservatorships are scam artists. Those people are just godless. They're godless. I had an experience with them. As if you saw my previous video, I talked about it a little bit. I can't go into a whole lot of detail because it wasn't my family member, but she was like family to me, and I don't want to put nobody's family's business out there in the street. But let me tell you, that heifer got cussed out. And I knew then that conservatorships are a scam. And here we go. $30 million lawsuit against the very chick that is the conservator over Wendy Williams. Now there's this cat in in New York. He's an immigrant from Ecuador. And his name, I wrote his name down. It is Jose. I didn't catch his last name. I probably couldn't pronounce it if I wanted to. But he apparently was injured really badly in an industrial accident on the job, and he was placed under the guardianship apparently during the recuperation period. But nevertheless, once he was fine and dandy, they wouldn't release him. He got a $5 million award for his accident. And if you recall, if you saw my video last night, they go after the rich ones. So Wendy is a prime target. See, they literally look for rich older people, and they find any excuse they can, especially if they don't have other family. But in this particular case, this gentleman he spoke Spanish. He wasn't well versed in English, but oh my God, it's a mess. But this heifer here, this is the same one that's supposedly taking care of Wendy Williams, and she can't even get the woman food in her house. Wendy can ask for some breakfast to be delivered or something. She doesn't have any money. And it's the conservator's job to make sure that this woman has food. Okay? She can call this conservator and ask her for some food in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, and this heifer don't show up until lunchtime. It got so bad that her friend, the best friend that lives cross country, her name is Regina. She got so worried about her that she was ordering food for Wendy and having it delivered from cross country. She'd have to order food and have it delivered to Wendy because the conservator wasn't doing her job. The guardian was not doing her job. But I'm telling you, I was looking at the article. It was originally aired on Chris Cuomo. Jeez, I miss him from CNN. I liked him and Don Lemon. But now he's on News Nation, and he aired the story. And I'll read from my notes. Apparently, there's a law, Article 81, and it was designed to tailor the individual's needs, the person needing guardianship. And the law basically is designed to tailor those needs in the least restrictive environment, restricting the person as little as possible. And that doesn't seem to be the case in any of these cases, because these people have no rights, basically. They're sitting there dependent on a total stranger to provide what they need, and they have no access to their own money. These people sit there and leech off of the money of the I call them the prey, because that's what they are. They're preyed upon. These companies, these private companies out here, literally prey on rich elderly people. They prey on poor ones too, because then if the poor ones don't have the money, the state does, and they'll build the state, or take whatever the money that person would get from the state, they'll take from that. They don't care where they get their money from. And it's foul. It's a real foul situation. But apparently it says here, the lawsuit is from a man named Jose, and his guardian's name was Sabrina Morrissey. That's the chick that's taking care of Wendy. She was his guardian from 2010 to 2015. And they're suing her, and the defendants are Morrissey and Morrissey. That's the company that she works for. Ironic that her last name is Morrissey as well, but whatever. And around 10 other attorneys. See, they get other attorneys to get in on the scam, because it's really, really hard. Once somebody's placed under conservatorship, it's extremely hard for them to get from under that. And it takes an attorney to petition the court to open the case, to open the files, the reports on these people. Because one can never figure out why they were placed under conservatorship in the first place. And in this gentleman's name, in his case, he's accusing them of conspiring to perpetuate a baseless guardianship and exploiting him for their own personal gain. Completely understandable that that's what they do. It's crazy. And like I said, it's really hard for these conservatorships to get overturned by a judge, even if a doctor says they don't need the conservatorship. It's hard to get it overturned by a judge because the records are sealed. So the judges that seal them at the petition of an attorney, they don't know. Sometimes I think the judges are in on it, to be truthful about it. I wouldn't put them past it. I really wouldn't. Because from what I saw with Miss B, there was no need for her to have a conservatorship. No need whatsoever. And like I said, I can't go into her business, but she basically lost everything. And it was attributable to the conspiracy of the setup, because it's all a setup. It's all a scam. It's all a big old scam. But anyway, this gentleman's name is Jose. Oh, there's his last name. Jose Verdugo. He lives in Manhattan. And this man is an immigrant from Ecuador. He was injured in 2003. And he received a $5 million personal injury award. His attorney recommended a guardianship. How about that? In 2009. He has fully recovered. They showed this man cooking dinner for his family and everything. Man is just as spry and able to do for himself and his family as you or I. He's probably doing better than me. But he's still stuck in this guardianship. He's still stuck in it. So this man works on a construction site currently, and he's also a healthcare worker, or a healthcare provider, if you can beat that. A healthcare provider who's stuck under a guardianship And that's designed for people that can't take care of themselves. But he's taking care of other people in the healthcare industry. Like, that's crazy. But you know what they do is the first thing they do is they steal the files. So you can't get into them to find out just how they were able to maneuver and justify the need for the guardianship. Okay? First, you got to be able to get into the files to see what lie they told. Okay? So, nobody can seem to find what warranted the placement. It's sad. But I tell you, a few years ago, I was watching Netflix, and they were advertising a movie that they were just about to air. This was back in 2020, 2021. The name of the movie was I Care a Lot. And I remember that vividly because when I saw it, the first thing I thought about was Miss B. I couldn't watch it. I watched a few minutes of it, and it was so jarring. It was so triggering. I couldn't watch it. It made me angry because I knew just where this movie was going. So I encourage each and every one of you, when you get some time, head over to Netflix and do a search on I Care a Lot. I Care a Lot. It's on Netflix. And this movie is based on this very situation. Scamming people to be under conservatorship. So I'm going to check out of here right now. I got to go get my grandbaby and take him to Bible study. But I had to drop in right now and let you know about that. Old girl is getting sued for $30 million. And I hope they take her butt down. I don't have any sympathy for any of these people that prey on the elderly and prey on those that are unable to really care for themselves properly. In Wendy's case, I saw a video of Wendy that was taken a couple weeks before she got sent back to New York. And she looked good. She was talking straight. She gained some weight. She was looking happy. This is when she was down there in Florida with her family. Soon as she left her family, all hell broke loose in terms of her health going down, going downhill. It's really sad that people can prey on other people like that at their most vulnerable state. So, if you ever get a minute, if you can even stomach it, I can't. It triggers me to see that, because that one hits too close to home for me. So when I come back next time, I'm gonna come back and talk about the Fannie Willis, Nathan Wade situation. That there is a hot ass Atlanta mess. It's no soap opera could be even steamier. But I tell you, old boy got on the stand today, Terrence. Man, oh man, oh man. That brother turned on his friend. Whoo, Jesus. And I know that brother's scared now because he don't want to testify on the stand. He done told that white woman, that woman that's defending Trump. He literally sent her text messages and emails and everything, telling her everything, knowing that she was defending Trump on that case. And he was so mad at his ex-partner, ex-friend for 10 years, all this. He was so mad at him because he was asked to leave the firm because homeboy had been accused of conducting himself in an inappropriate way with a client and a couple of employees. You figure that out. Okay? He was asked to leave because it was bringing down too much heat on the firm. So Mr. Wade had to let his friend know, look, man, I don't know what else to tell you. This is hard to defend because, brother, they got it on you. But you got to go, man. You got to go. And his friend got mad at him. And he did the most ratchet thing possible. As an attorney, by the way. And now he's looking at the possibility of losing his license to practice. See, everybody worried about Fannie and Nathan, but this brother right here is shaking in his boots. Plus, somebody made a couple of phone calls, one to him, one to Wade, and now that phone call, whatever that phone call was about, that dude went and got 2 attorneys immediately after them phone calls. Okay? He went and got 2 attorneys, and now he can barely look people in the eye. That brother's scared. Somebody going, this is Atlanta too? Somebody's scared. I ain't gonna say nothing, but somebody done said something to him on that phone. Absolutely. But hey, this is a short one. I got to go get my baby and take him to Bible study. But you guys have a good evening, all right? You take care. God bless. Like and share. Like and share and subscribe. I forgot to say it in the beginning. I'm going to have to keep saying it. I got to get that in my mind. Like, share, and subscribe so I can spread the love. Y'all take it easy. I love you. Bye-bye.